You're eating right, you're working hard, you're showing up for everyone else, but inside, you feel wired and tired, foggy, flat, like someone swapped your brain with a slower, more anxious version overnight. Here's what no one's telling you. Mental health issues can look different in midlife, and the real causes go far beyond just stress or brain chemicals. Hi, I'm Dr. A. I'm an integrative and lifestyle psychiatrist. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 mental disorders affecting women in midlife and what's really causing them under the surface, from inflammation to insulin resistance, hormone shifts to hidden nutrient deficiencies. Stay with me because I'm also going to share the one thing women unknowingly do that makes their symptoms worse and what to do instead. So on to the top 5 mental disorders in midlife. Number 1, anxiety. This condition is everywhere. In fact, it's the number 1 most common mental health condition in the United States, and women are twice as likely to experience it as men. However, for women over 40, it could show up differently. In some cases, it's panic attacks. This can feel like a sudden storm out of nowhere. Heart pounding, chest tightness, shortness of breath, and a crushing wave of fear that something terrible is about to happen. Some people even feel like they're having a heart attack and have gone to the emergency room only to be told it's anxiety. Unfortunately, hormonal shifts during perimenopause and menopause can make panic attacks more frequent or intense. They can present with dizziness, chills, numbness, or even a fear of losing control or going crazy. Other than panic attacks, some women may have generalized anxiety. This shows up as a constant hum of worry, racing thoughts, tight shoulders, a restless mind that just won't quit. It's not just nervous energy. It's a daily undercurrent of what-ifs that can hijack focus, sleep, and peace of mind. Some women describe it as constantly feeling on edge even when life looks fine on the outside. A brain that just won't shut off. But here's what most people miss. This spike in anxiety isn't just psychological, it's biological. In midlife, your estrogen and progesterone levels fluctuate, and these hormones regulate key brain chemicals like GABA and serotonin. Therefore, when your hormones dip, your brain's calm switch can get stuck. You're not crazy. Your nervous system is on high alert. And if your diet is full of sugar, caffeine, or long stretches without protein, your blood sugar swings are adding fuel to that anxiety fire. So consider a healthy first meal with enough protein and healthy fats. Even a meal as simple as eggs with avocados goes a long way. Adding magnesium glycinate in the evening is another thing to consider. It helps calm the nervous system, especially when taken consistently. Number 2, depression. For women over 40, depression often presents with low motivation, difficulty focusing, emotional numbness, heaviness in your chest, and loss of joy in the things you used to love. And depression is everywhere. One recent CDC report found that 1 in 5 women aged 40 to 59 takes antidepressants. But here's the shocking part. Up to 30% of women on these meds don't feel much better. So the problem isn't just serotonin deficiency. In fact, a 2021 study in JAMA Psychiatry found a strong link between inflammation and depressive symptoms in midlife women. So if antidepressants aren't helping, or you're dealing with side effects like weight gain or loss of libido, it may be time to explore a root cause approach. And that means looking at gut health. 80% of serotonin is made in the gut. Mitochondrial dysfunction, which affects mood, focus, and energy, and inflammation. Inflammatory foods like processed sugar, seed oils, and excess alcohol can affect your mood. Consider swapping out 1 processed meal a day with a whole food anti-inflammatory plate. Think salmon, leafy greens, olive oil, and sweet potatoes. This simple shift can calm your gut, feed your brain, and support better mood regulation. Number 3, now let's talk about sleep, or the lack of it, insomnia. Because if you're a woman over 40, chances are you're struggling with falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up at 3 a.m. and staring at the ceiling. You're not alone. Over 40% of midlife women report sleep disturbances, and yet most are told to just take melatonin, or worse, prescribed sedatives that can disrupt deep sleep over time. But here's what's actually happening. The brain's GABA and serotonin systems become less efficient as estrogen drops. Progesterone, your natural chill pill, also declines. This leads to an increase in your stress hormone cortisol and a decrease in your sleep hormone melatonin. So even if you're tired, your body is stuck in wired mode. No wonder you feel exhausted and restless at the same time. And insufficient sleep doesn't just make you grumpy. It increases your risk of anxiety, depression, insulin resistance, and even Alzheimer's dementia. This makes it essential to focus on sleep hygiene. Build a wind-down buffer zone, 90 minutes before bed. No screens, no work, no doom scrolling on your phone. Try a hot shower, dim lighting, magnesium, herbal tea, or journaling to signal safety to your nervous system. Get 10 minutes of natural sunlight within 30 minutes of waking up if you can. It resets your circadian rhythm. Number 4, brain fog and cognitive changes. Brain fog isn't just an annoying symptom. It's a red flag from your brain. When estrogen levels drop, your brain's ability to use glucose for fuel drops, sometimes by up to 30%. But most women are told it's just aging, when in reality, it's a metabolic energy crisis in your brain. So that forgetfulness, that slow thinking, that I just don't feel sharp feeling, it's a sign your brain needs fuel and repair, not more caffeine or multitasking. And what your brain craves is healthy fats like DHA from fatty fish, mitochondrial support from creatine, B12, CoQ10, blood sugar stability, and regular strength training to boost neurotropic factors. So consider 20 minutes of resistance training 3 times a week. Using your body weight or light weights is fine. Exercise boosts BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor, which grows new brain cells and enhances memory. Also, don't underestimate hydration. Even mild hydration can tank your focus and concentration by 25%. Number 5, burnout and adjustment disorders. Burnout is not a character flaw, it's a biological emergency brake. Midlife women are at the highest risk, especially those juggling careers, caregiving, and unrealistic expectations of doing it all flawlessly. Burnout doesn't always mean lying on the floor sobbing. It can mean feeling numb, dreading your inbox, snapping at your kids and immediately regretting it, wondering if this is just how life is now, dreading waking up in the morning and showing up at work. So you might be due for a vacation, but you also need recovery practices built into your daily life. And that means prioritizing boundaries like their medicine, because they are. Start by saying no to one non-essential commitment this week. Use that reclaimed time to do one thing that fills your cup, not just your to-do list. Also, build micro rest into your day. Try 2 minutes of deep breathing between tasks, a short walk after lunch, 30 seconds of laughter or music. It all adds up. You must remember that your body is changing, but healing is possible. When you understand the root causes, hormonal, metabolic, inflammation, you're better positioned to tackle them. To function optimally, your brain needs to be fed with the right micronutrients. And to find out what you need, watch this next video that discusses the top 5 supplements for women over 40.